guys, so these are all of the ingredients that I'll be using so you guys can get a glance before I start getting stuff prepared. But I used to get the thinly sliced steak at Walmart, but Walmart didn't have any for some reason, so I went to Target and got these. They look a little thicker, but steak is steak, right? So let's get started. So first, I rinsed these off already, as you can see. And now, I'm just going to cut these in half. Like so. I'm only going to use half of each pepper because I don't like a lot of pepper in my steak. So, but if you guys want more pepper, then by all means. So I'm just taking the seed part out because ew, and I'm gonna rinse these out again so there's no seeds. Now this part is completely up to you, but I like the pepper to be thinly sliced, kind of to match the steak. So that's what I'm doing here, and then I'm going to cut them in half. Like this. As you guys can tell, I don't usually do cooking videos, but I'm always posting on my Snapchat. Well, I used to. I've been taking like less time on social media, which is good for the soul. So, but I always post like my plates on Snapchat of my meals, but I never post me preparing them. So this is to show everyone, even though I don't really care to prove anything to people, that I can really cook. And I'm the chef of the house, so I cook breakfast and dinner. But yeah, so if you see any thick pieces, just go back in. Like I said, it depends on you and your liking of the peppers. If you like your peppers bigger, keep them thick. But if not, then slice them until you get your liking. Also, one thing I will say about this steak, it already comes cut, so it saves you some time for preparing. So if you want to go to Target and just get that, that's fine. If you prefer more steak and just the thinly sliced and cut it up, not guarantee you Walmart will have it, but yeah. So I have my pot heating up. I'm gonna turn it down because these gas stoves be heating up fast. And then I'm gonna grab my butter and about that much. Put it in the pan. And this is just so that the steak doesn't stick to the pan. Then I'm going to turn it down some more. And the steak. And I'm going to dump that in there. few of them apart. See how it's already browning? I'm telling you, gas stove, you know, on steroids. But, yeah, making sure that all of these are broken. Yikes. Truthfully, I'm kind of upset because the Walmart thinly sliced, honestly, would give you more steak. This is what I need to work with. So, yeah. This part is kind of just impromptu. I saw we had some garlic cloves, so just to give it some more flavor, I'm just gonna add some garlic to it. And just stir that up. I'm gonna cut some of these, like this piece, and you guys can see that, this piece and this piece, because those are kind of chunky. So yeah, I'm gonna cut those and be right back. So once my meat is brown, I add in the peppers so that they can soften. And I also like to add in the peppers before I season because I want the seasoning to marinate with the peppers too. Some people season the steak and then add the peppers. That's weird to me. Add all the ingredients and then season. So, I'm going to let this cook for like 5 minutes. They should be softened or more softened by then. And I'll come back with the seasoning. Another tip in the kitchen is to clean as you go. So like while that is over there steaming, I'm going to clean up any like things that need to go in the trash and put whatever needs to go in the fridge So I got my seasonings uncapped, and this has cooked for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna take some Lorry's and sprinkle some onion, some garlic, and some pepper. And I'm gonna stir that up. Seasonings, I'm gonna go on with my Kikkoman's less sodium because you added all that seasoning, and I'm just gonna drizzle this in there like so, and see how that sizzling sound just like went away. That's what we want. Like it'll all sizzle, all the sauce will sizzle at the bottom, and then it'll dry out and you're not gonna have any sauce. So yeah, I think I want a little bit more water. My thing is, you want it to at least level with the steak. So like if you were to pat this all down, it's like, you see how the water level is almost leveled with the steak in there? That's what you want. You want as much sauce as there is steak. Then I'm gonna let this cook for about 15 more minutes, and I'm gonna add some cornstarch to thicken it up. A good way to test if your peppers are soft enough is to literally pick one up, stab it through the fork. When you stab it, you'll feel the density of it, and then to wiggle it, and the more clear it becomes, the softer it is. So that's a trick that you can do. Look at this though, it looks so good. It smells even better. I'm sorry you guys can't smell this, but it smells amazing. So for my cornstarch, what I do is, it's so hard to record and like cook at the same time. I get about a spoonful of it. Put that in there, and then, so depending on how thick you want it to be, add more water or fill your cup up more. I go about, like, let's see, I don't go any more than half a cup of water, to be honest. So it's gonna look like this at first because all the cornstarch is sitting at the bottom, but you want to mix it so it becomes like a milk. And make sure none of the cornstarch is sitting at the bottom. Right, milk. And you just pour that in there. You see how it's like the color just automatically changed, and you just move it around and it's gonna thicken. So that wasn't enough. Another trick that you can do is don't add it all at once. So I didn't add the whole thing because I'm pouring more. But add some more. And then stir it up. And you'll get a gravy. Like I said, if you want it to be more, the sauce to be more thicker, add more cornstarch or water to your cornstarch. But let's see. I think it could be a little thicker. So I'm going to go back to my cornstarch, add some more water, and yeah. So the longer you make it sit, like, see how thick that sauce is? That is what we want. We want a gravy. So yeah, got my steak going. You see how the peppers are like curving now? To be honest, this shouldn't take you more than like 45 minutes to do. But, y'all, this camera is not doing this justice. I can't wait to eat this. Yum. And then clearly my rice is going nuts over there. But yeah, you want to just turn it on low so your food doesn't get cold, and cover it up so it can steam in there. Stir my rice up so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. There you have it. Look at that steam. Yum. Yum. Not me trying to give the food. Maybe if I walk over here. Yum. All right, I'm gonna go eat this. Bye-bye.